Hello, we are from LAX 2047, Group 80, and today we are going to record our video discussion number 6, which is our final video discussion. My name is Aiman Aziz bin Abu Talib. My matrix number is 202633. I'm from Faculty of Design and Architecture, and I'm in architecture course.
My name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Muhammad Zaidi. My matric number is 203502. I'm from Faculty of Design and Architecture. I'm taking architecture course.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Zul Azri bin Ahmad. My matrix number is 202-699, and I'm from Faculty of Design and Architecture and taking architecture course.
Okay, hi. My name is Muhammad Hadi Bezamri and my matric number is 202702. I am from Faculty Design and Architecture and I'm taking architecture course.
Okay, hi. My name is Muhammad Khairul Nabi Abdul Qadir. Matrix number 200817. I'm from Faculty of Design and Architecture and taking architecture course.
My name is Muhammad Nabisa Buchaidi. Mission number is 296. I'm from Property Design and Architecture and I'm also taking architecture course.
Okay, so today we are going to discuss our final video discussion, which is to choose which poem among the 4 poems that we have recited in the past few weeks, and we need to choose which one is the best poem out all of the 4 poems. So the first thing that we are going to do today is to everyone in this group need to summarize the poem and need to tell what they understand from each poem. Okay, starting from the first poem, which is the racism poem about racism from group 1. Okay, I'm going to start. From what I understand in the first poem from group 1, racism is a worldwide issue. It is not only focused on only one country, but almost every country face this same issue, and the authority or the people who are responsible need to take action to prevent this thing from happening in the future and getting worse in the future too. Okay, so next person.
Okay. I think I would like to continue. For the poem Racism, like what have been mentioned by Amazit before, that the issue of racism always have been happening around the world, and for me, that what I understand, that we as normal citizen, normal people, that we should take this into consideration of our daily life as well, because we are also connecting with all of this issue regarding in any type of races. So I think that's all for me for this poem. Anything would like anyone would like to add?
Yeah, I think I was agree with both from Aiman and Herat Noah, which is to recap about the first poem about the racism issue. I think racism is quite generally issue because it was happen uh, in among us, which is within their race or their skin of colors, and then I think the authority did not do their job to prevent this issue very well. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Anyone to add?
Okay, for this poem, I would like to conclude that during the racism issue, we need to stand up for ourselves and our community to low down this issue and to prevent big issue to come out from this racism event. Okay, because of some community that try to cover up this racism, we need to speak up our voice and we need to act a lot more serious into this issue and prevent serious event to happen from this racism. Hadi would like to add some more?
Yeah, basically I agree with you, Shafiq, because mostly like racism cause harm to those who are on the receiving end, so it hurts individually. Uh, it also hurt the communities and also the society. So when it hurts people, it kindly more like it hurts people on freedom of and dignity. Those who are enduring racism can be made to feel they have less freedom and second thought is a class of citizen. Uh, Anything you want to add, Anip? Anip is
The poem about racism is good with the right platform to spread for the awareness. So nowadays, if the poem just read by the book, I think people are not concerned about awareness of racism. But nowadays we can see there are many poems that upload in media social or social media or Google or anything that we can adapt in our life. That's all from me.
Okay, now we are going to move to the second poem from group 2. The second poem is the same topic as group 1, which is racism. And okay, I'm the first one. I'm going to conclude the poem. This poem is the same topic as the first poem, but in this particular poem, the poem wants to tell that um, uh, people should not be looked as different by judging their skin color, their religion or nationality. Instead, all humans should be treated equally, and the cause of racism is by human failure to treat human equally, and this should be avoided at all costs in order to achieve a peaceful world and community. Okay.
Okay, I would like to continue. Um, for this particular poem as well, what make it different with the first one, which is from the group one. This poem relate more about how the every people are just the same. So in I might pick a word from the poem, which is we need to realize that we are all equal in the eyes of God. So it doesn't matter that we feeling different in between us, but by the end of the day, we all just the same human having a same and normal abilities and possibilities between human. So we need to treat ourselves by the same and equal right. So now, any particular idea from Zul Azri maybe?
Yeah, I think I would like to conclude that this the second poem from the group two, which is this poem is try to highlight that pressure of the racism was going flow from mouth to mouth from the others, that proclaimed to be politically correct, that also to be politically correct, and all of this show that the relationship between all of these people should not be looked at by their colors or nationality, but we have to look everyone as equal, since that's how we want to practice as a human being. I think that's all for me. Um, Anyone? How about you?
I would like to add about the second poem from my group. Okay, this issue also address the racism. From my opinion, racism should not be an issue because everyone have their own different traits and ability. They should uh they should they should act this as their what we call special trait, because everyone is not the same and different with other people. We should celebrate this and accept who we are. Okay, I think Hadi would like to ask add few more.
Yeah, basically, I agree with all the points that my friends has been stated just now. So, Anit, anything want to add?
Okay, so I also agree with uh, all comment or the comments, because the skin colors, the race, and the religions cannot be changed. So it's no matter what we are, we have to adapt and accept our creature uh, in our life. That's all.
Yes.
Okay, now moving on to the second topic from group one, which is violence. Okay, I'm going to conclude first the poem. Okay, the poem by group one, by the topic violence, is a story about domestic violence in a household between a husband and wife. The husband can be considered what we call a hot-headed person, and the wife try to change her husband to be more considerate to her and to avoid any more domestic violence and abuse. And at the final phrase of the poem, the wife realized that she cannot change her husband, um, but she can only leave her husband and fix the relationship and take the matter into her own hand without involving her husband. Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Mazik, for the conclusion for from your perspective, and now we continue for is mine. For this poem, I think that it's more like to want to emphasize about how the damage and hurt that has been done by the husband, that he has some critical problem about his anger management and how it's affecting the relationship. So I think that's all from my perspective.
Okay, I will add another point. But basically, I was agree what has been said from Ayman Haziq and also from the Kara Anwar, which is the violent issue that has been happened in the marriage life was mostly has been happen when they get pressure from their life, and also as mentioned by the Mahazi, when you realize that you cannot, even you cannot fix him, but let him try to fit himself to get back with a normal life. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Uh, Anyone?
Okay, for my opinion, I think domestic violence and abuse in a relationship is a serious issue. The person who experience this issue need to take an a way to avoid this problem, and they need to get out or find a way to distance themselves from their partner, which is have abuse issue, because this can affect their life and their mental health. Okay, I think that's all from me. We can move on to Hadi.
Yeah, mostly the victim must have been the depression or anxiety or maybe a traumatic because of that abuse that his partner have made to her. So in this case to like decrease pula. So in this case to avoid the violence, like Mazid says that we need to keep it distance to avoid this happens. So Anip, you have anything to add?
think uh, abuse, violence, or brutality in relationship should be avoided because it can impact their relationship or marriage, and it will give a negative impact for them, such as injury or anything else. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, and now we are going to conclude the last poem. And this poem is from group 2 in the same topic, which is violence. Okay, I'm going to conclude the last poem. From what I understand, the poem tells a story about domestic violence too between husband and wife. But the story tells that the wife sit in a dark corner and basically live with fear, which is fear of her husband, because of the because of her abusive husband, and she always wanted sympathy from her husband, but he never gave her. And the wife had done everything for the husband, but nothing could change her husband. And at the end of the poem, she hoped to die and hope to no longer feeling this pain of this domestic violence episode. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, I would like to add from the Amazic's point that she really want to die from the she want to get off from the relationship, either a hard way or a good way. But this showed us that in this relationship the wife is already trying to fix the relationship, but um, she doesn't seem to identify and knows the problem that cannot be fixed, and suddenly realized it's the end of her way, and she need to stop from leaving the relationship from the relationship. So that's all for me.
Um, uh, I would like to continue to conclude the final poem. which is basically from this poem, what I have understand that the woman was trying to give everything that she had because of love. I think that was a sacrifice that she was doing everything for her loving man. But uh, during during night that uh, during night was have a different story that has been created from the man that's try to create a scar to the woman, which is I think this poem was uh, mm, straightforward show that how was the violence has been doing instead of the marriage life. I think that's all.
Yeah. For my opinion about this last poem, I think that the woman in this poem really loved his partner, but the partner betrayed her by giving her abusive and try to hit her every night, and which left scars on her body. And the love that she gave does not have not been replied by his partner, but she get abusive attack from his partner, and this will make her love become useless. Yeah, I think that's all from me. We going to move to Hadi.
Yeah, basically, yes, I agree because how hard he trying to love his partner, but because of it, his partner abusing her about to the violence that happens to her every night and every day, the love become less and less. So in this poem, they also say that she rather dies with her heart instead of staying in the toxic relationship like that. Anip, you have anything to say?
So as I stated for the previous poem, said that abuse, violence, and brutality can make a negative impact for the relationship. So it's the more serious case cases with it also can impact uh, that and make the depression or mental illness. So that's all.
Okay, and so for our final task for today is to choose which poem is the best out of all four poems. So in my opinion, I think the best poem is the first poem from group one, which is the poem about racism. The reason why I choose this poem is because the choice of word is interesting and easy to understand, and also I like how the poem try to emphasize the topic of the poem, which is racism, by repeating the word racism in every line at the start of the line. Um, I think this poem successfully deliver the message about how racism can affect the world and how we can avoid racism from happening again in the future.
Okay, okay, I see where you're going. But I like to choose the poem of the second poem from group 1, which is the Why She Stayed, because in my opinion, this specific poem has more direct words used and simple word that it can deliver the message more clearly and understandable for um, most type of people. So for me, I would like to suggest this Why She Stayed poem to be choose for this group.
And yeah, in my opinion, basically, I was also agree what has been appointed by Karo Anwar, which is I also would like to choose the poem Why She Stayed, because as Karo Anwar mentioned that every word in this poem was very straightforward and easy to understand from whoever read this poem, then we'll get easy to understand every line of the poem that try to address to the public about the violence issue among people. So, and then I think this poem also was successfully deliver their meaning and also try to how they want to educate the people, try to avoid from the violence to keep on going happen in their daily life. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Anyone
I
to
also
add?
agree with the third poem, which is been created by group 1 about the domestic violence. Okay, because the poem successfully delivered everything that about the issue and very suitable and best. I think that's all.
Pendek je. 2 minit je.
Okay, I agree with Aiman Hazik's poem that he chose, which is the group 1, first poem by group 1, which is racism. The meaning here, and he tried to state all the racism in the every single line of this poem, is more to show about how it works. Thank you.
So I will choose to cover, which is domestic violence. It's the best one because we have to uh, read to read know more about uh, violence uh, in our day. So at the same time, we can spread the awareness to all people in the world. So that's all.
Okay, so we all can agree that the best poem is the Why She Stayed poem
What
by
she
Group
stayed?
1. Why
Yeah,
She Stayed by Group 1. And congrats
yeah,
to Group 1 for the best poem. Okay.
yeah. Thank you,
And
thank you.
Thank
I
you.
think that's all for our LAX
Yeah,
2047 Group 80.
yeah,
Okay.
Thank you for participating in this
yeah.
LAX
Thank you.
session. Thank you and
See
goodbye.
you
Okay.
around. See
Yeah.
you
Goodbye.
Thank you.
around.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.